So we're gonna go from this to this. Hey there guys! In this video, I'm gonna do a natural look, something that's easy and simple, something you can go out and people will be like, you know, is she wearing makeup? Does she have makeup on? Does she not have makeup on? I don't know. But then you'll get that compliment that you just love to hear, the wow, you're so naturally beautiful. This is the makeup look that you will get that compliment from. So this is a very minimal makeup look. We have hardly anything on our eyes. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look done, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So no matter what makeup I've been doing, I'm always starting with moisturizer. Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. I'm moistened up. And yes, my face does turn red. Whenever I touch my skin, it usually looks like I have a sunburn, but gotta do it. So we got everything all moistened up. We're gonna do as little makeup as possible, but I usually concentrate more on my skin than my eyes like I normally do. I'm not gonna be using foundation. I use BB cream when I go out because it's lightweight. It's Pure Elise Perfect Glow BB cream and it's SPF 30. You wanna look like you don't have any makeup. You don't want everything covered. You kind of fool people into thinking that you just have beautiful skin. So I just put a couple dots just to spread it out a little bit. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make it look like we don't have any makeup on. Put this in like a moisturizer because you want to spread it and just do a really thin layer of it. It's going to give your skin like a really nice tint to it, and it's just going to even everything out, because that's what you really want. See, it's not like full coverage, but it evened my skin out a little bit. Next, I'm going to do some cream contour, something like this. Aesthetica Contour Series Cream. Put it in the spots where you want a little bit of a tan. Put it underneath your chin. So I always make sure I contour under here, so it gives that nice like shadow underneath of there. I know I should be using a brush, but you can even put some beside your nose. If you want to chisel your nose out a little bit. I'm just gonna blend this out with my sponge. This makes it nice and quick. A few taps. And you know, for natural makeup, you just want to concentrate more on your face. If you make your face look good, the rest of you is going to look good. You just want like a fresh fit looking face. Sometimes when I do natural makeup, it is sometimes a little bit more complicated than just doing your normal full makeup. Okay, so we get that all blended out. And so next we're going to get some concealer. This is the NYX Professional Makeup HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in color 01. Depending on how tan I am, I will mix these two together, and since I'm pretty tan right now, I like to mix these two. Which this one is the same kind, but it's in 05. I try to use less of this color because it's really bright, but I like to put it here because it brightens up. I have a lot of veins in my eyelids, so I like to use it there to cover those up. Just like that. I'm not going to use this under my eye because it's too big. I have a smaller one, but I'm just going to use my finger. That's what I normally do anyways. And just press it in. Take your time with it. Make sure to get this inner corner right here. Go up here. Just go on the other side. You can look up if you want to get closer to that lash line without like almost sticking your finger in your eye. Do the concealer that's on our eyelid. You can use eyelid primer, but usually when I'm in a rush, I got my concealer on anyways, so I just go ahead and just put it on my eyes so it's faster. We have our BB cream on, we did a little bit of cream contour and our concealer. Now we're just gonna set it in place with some powder. Ace Beauty Bronzed in Paradise. I just like to set that cream contour that we did just with some powder so it doesn't move while I'm out and sweating. And just where you had the dark contour, don't touch these parts because we're going to put a lighter powder on these areas. So this is the highlight and contour palette. It's so dirty, sorry, I think I dropped it, so I'm just going to take a light shade just to go under my eyes. I'm just going to re-tap under my eyes so I don't have any lines, and then just go in there with the powder just to set everything so it doesn't move. So you only do the light powder where you want everything light. Like for me, it's here, 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 my chin, and right here. and maybe on my nose. But I keep everything dark right here, here, and here. So now you see your face is kind of fresh faced, and didn't take very long, only a couple minutes. So next I'm gonna do eyebrows, because I always have to do my eyebrows when I go out, because my eyebrows have basically been demolished from me over plucking them into those little tiny lines that we used to love. We used to think that we loved until now thicker eyebrows are in, but yes, so I have to do my eyebrows every time I go out, so that's a must-have for me. But if you have naturally nice eyebrows, then you don't need to do this step, but I don't. So yeah, I gotta do my eyebrows. You're going to be brushing them out. I would tell you what this is, but the writing is completely worn off, and I've had it forever, so I have no idea. It's like that though. So sorry, I have no idea what this is called. For your eyebrows, go very light, because you go out with like natural makeup and you have these bold, like dark eyelashes. It's gonna look a little weird. Try to keep your eyebrows as natural looking as possible. Okay, this is the MAC Spiked Eyebrows. This is an A86. So I usually will only take these to the ends of my eyebrows, just right down here, just to define it just a little bit. Very natural looking, and so we're still there where we don't look like we have hardly any makeup on. So next is gonna be the eyes. So you wanna stick with something like close to your skin tone. So I'm gonna use these browns. This would be a more natural color because it would make more look like a shadow than actual makeup. And this is the Natasha Denona palette. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Who else just goes like this to wipe it off? I do. But just clean it off a little bit. Not very much at all, because we want to build this up. And I don't want to really even notice that you have anything on your eyes. You want it to just look like a shadow. Just bring it out. Bring this all the way out. Ow. Oh, that was my elbow. Yeah, I don't want any more, because now it's starting to look like I have makeup on. I'm just gonna try to blend this out. So next, I'm gonna go into Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna take this white cream color, and I'm gonna put it, this has no shimmer in it whatsoever. This is a matte color, because I want my eyes to be like brightened up a little bit, but I don't want any shimmer, because then it's gonna look like I have makeup on. So I'm just gonna be tapping that in right on your eyelid. So it's nice and light. So I'm gonna be taking this brush, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to accentuate our what's it called? Our eyelash line. Why does that sound like it's not supposed to be the right word? Our eye line. We're gonna go right back into that same palette, and I'm gonna go into this color. It's like a really dark brown. Go close to your lash line. Because if I were to use black, it would make it look like I had makeup on. But if I use brown, it just looks like a shadow. And I'm keeping it on the ends. Now you can see it just looks like a shadow. It's just another way of not having to put eyeliner in, because eyeliner is very bold and people will notice it, but people don't really notice this. I guess basically how you want to explain it is you're just accentuating all of your features and just making them darker without making them obvious. Like with normal makeup, I would just put black and make it all bold. But with natural, you just want to make it just slightly darker. And with this bottom lash line, I want to see it more. So I'm going to darken this up. So basically you're trying to bring out all your natural features that you like and just darken them up a little bit without making them bold like you would in a normal makeup look, if that makes any sense. So I'm just taking that same dark brown and just taking it under my lash line. Like that. We're just keeping this on the outer corner. Sorry, I always have to make this like a weird face when I'm doing the bottom lash line. It's like my mouth comes open automatically and I can't stop it. You're just gonna kind of just meet this top. We're using a very light hand and I kind of like pull it out a little bit because we're kind of just like making a shadow of where my eyeliner would normally be. Like it's very light, but it's there. I don't want to see any like harsh lines like this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just blending this out with a clean brush because I don't want to see that. So it's all like blended in. The only shimmer I will use in a natural makeup look is on my inner corner and on my eyebrow bone because I just can't help it. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to, but I just think, I don't know. I think, you know, the highlight of the brow bone and the inner corner is still natural, like I do. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just going into that same studio makeup palette, going into this shimmer. It's just like this light champagne color. Just gonna give us a little bit of a sheen under our brows that nobody will really notice, but it will give your face like a fresh look. I'm gonna go on the inner corner. So you can't even really notice it. It just gives a little oomph, like a little something. Just a little something in there that, I don't know, just makes your face look nice and fresh and glowy without making it look like you have makeup on. People are used to seeing mascara. Of course I'm gonna put mascara on. And I'm gonna curl my lashes first before I put my mascara on because I have no lashes whatsoever. I mean, I have lashes, but they point down and they never want to stay up. Sometimes even after I curl them, they just go back down. So I got the lashes all curled. I'm going with this Patrick Ta 4 Eyes Major Volume Mascara. See, even though I just curled my lashes are already going down. They're horrible. It's impossible for me to look like I have any lashes anyway, so even with a bunch of mascara, you wouldn't notice I even have any on. Okay, so we got the mascara on, but I mean, you could see like this like white line from my, because I have such dark eyes, you could see a white line between my eyeball and my lash line. So I'm gonna cover that up because it just makes it like look obvious. So I'm just gonna take some eyeliner and cover that up. But I'm not gonna do the bottom. Normally I would do the bottom, but I wanna look natural. So you can see the difference, that white like line is gone. And so, like I said, I would normally put liner on my bottom lash line, but I want to look natural, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to add some mascara on my bottom lash line. And this is not as intense as the one I put on my top one. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Just very light. Okay, I always wait for blush for last because I'm always, when I'm doing my makeup, I'm always putting my palm right here. So I don't want my blush to be all like smudged. I use the Note Desert Rose. This is my favorite blush. We always have to put blush. So, last thing is our lips. So, I don't want anything bold. I'm just gonna go in with a lip liner. It's Italia Deluxe 1054 Mauve. Not too much darker than my natural lip. Try to get something that's not too much, like maybe like a shade or two darker than your natural lip color. I think a natural look has gloss. That's just me. You can leave it just like this, but I like to put a little bit of gloss. And there you go. This is the natural look. See, it hardly looks like you have any makeup on. This look is so beautiful and so natural, and it's something where you could just go out and people just, they will just think that you're just glowing. They just say you're just so naturally beautiful, and I think that's like a really nice compliment when somebody just says you're just naturally beautiful. It's just basically bringing out your features and not going like too overboard and just making your features more accentuated, and I think it's just a really beautiful look. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and if you did, please give this video a like. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe. I have lots of new makeup looks coming up and we don't want you to miss anything, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!